Hey, what's going on? Back with a fan favorite. I have a bunch of new EDC gear here to share with you in this video. If this is your first time stopping by, welcome to GBall Vision. Drop a comment below. Let me know what your carry is. We're going to kick this video off with one of my favorite gadgets from 2025 period. This is a newer smartwatch coming in from Cospet. It is the Tank M4. These are going to retail around $250. You won't ever really see them at that price though. I've seen them down around the 200 mark more often than not, but right now they have them at $189.99. So we're talking a $10 to $20 difference from what they normally sit at. What really makes this watch special and my favorite out of the various smartwatches I've handled this year, it has been certified by 20 US military standard tests. So proven reliability in the harshest conditions. It can go down to temperatures of -58 up to 158 degrees Fahrenheit. An all steel body. It has a plethora of different watch bands and styles. We have a 2-inch AMOLED display, and then it's equipped with a 3rd generation Corning Gorilla 9H double layer glass. So this thing is literally built like a tank. It has 23 Apex motion sport modes and 160 regular sport modes. It also has health monitoring and sleep monitoring. It has a IP69K rating, which is off the charts, 150 feet for its dive depth or free dive depth. Depending on how hard you use this thing, you can get up to a week or two, up to 15 days. Just depends on how much you have running through the watch. I would expect though 2 or 3 days if you're really using the watch. If you're really letting it on a standby, then I could see a week or two. Now what's really cool is, like I said, with the watch bands, they have aftermarket support for this watch, and you can get an additional battery for this thing, and that's going to give you some boost for your battery life for this watch. We could literally do a 20-minute video on this thing. It's that impressive, and there's that many features, and we'll actually probably do that if this watch continues to test beyond what I thought it was capable of. At first, I thought it would be like anything else, and it has certainly proven to be way more than I thought. A couple of other key features is it has an activity tracker, it has GPS, notifications, voice assistant, it has the ability to be always on, or you can kind of twist the wrist. This thing is an awesome piece of gadgetry right here. It is going to make it into my list of favorite gadgets from 2025. You'll have to let me know what you think of the Tank M4. Up next on our list here is the new Olight Arc Pro. Typically, I don't carry a ton of Olight's flashlights. I do use a plethora of their other products, like their lanterns and their other various lights, like that kind of auxiliary lights. And sometimes, occasionally, I'll use an Olight flashlight for various things, but I have found myself using the Arc Pro more and more. These are going to come in right around the $100 price point. Might be able to pick them up a little cheaper off Olight's app or website, but right around the $100 price point is usually where these sit. We're looking at 1500 lumens for the top out. It has a 2-way charging system. You have the proprietary Olight system, and then there's actually a metal door on the side that you can charge this from with a USB-C that is all waterproofed internally. We do have a 2-way deep carry clip. That way you can put this in your pocket as normal, or you can throw this on the bill of a cap and use it as a headlight. It's got all the various modes to be expected, with the 1500 lumen max output, spotlight, floodlight, a UV light, and it has your green laser light. So packed with tons of features. The dial has gotten a lot better as far as how it feels, and you have a battery indicator screen on the right, and you have a output screen on the left. So a really cool flashlight from Olight here. This is probably the best EDC flashlight that they have done in the last couple of years. I do like their keychain lights and some of their auxiliary lights, like I said, but this is the best EDC flashlight they have done in a while. Next up, I have a couple of EDC tools, and this one here might save you some money in the long run, possibly. This is coming in from WorkPro. They got a hold of me. This is kind of a knockoff of the Knipex Cobra pliers, the 4-inch. These are going to come in right around the $16 to $17 price point, depending on which style you go with. As I said, this has the Cobra jaws, so you do have the teeth in there. There is a wrench plier out there that has no teeth, so it's a little bit easier on materials, but this is adjustable up to that 4-inch mark, and it is locking in 15 different positions. So it's going to be very comparable to something like the Knipex, but you're not going to get quite the longevity or build quality out of these as you would with something like the Knipex. Now, I am one of the people who went out and I bought both styles of Knipex, and as a carpenter for 15 years, I was able to use them in various scenarios and carry them as an EDC in a pouch or something like that. And if you're someone who really likes the idea of the Knipex pliers and you want to give them a try, or some style like that a try, these at $16 are much more ideal than spending $30 to $40, which is what you'll pay for the Knipex. If you end up liking the WorkPro style, you use them a bunch, and it's worth getting a more durable, more premium pair, then you can look at the Knipex later on. Might save you about half the cost of the Knipex. Another tool coming in from O-Knife. This is the new U1 Ultra. This is the Zombie Pink edition here, a very popular utility EDC knife. This is going to come with a standard metal blade, but it's also going to come with one of their ceramic blades in a nice little plastic case. It also comes with a mini pry bar. That mini pry bar is also a wrench for the locking system. Now, I've had plenty of these U1 Ultras and various U1s, and I've always kept this hand tight and never had an issue. So it's up to you what you want to do as far as how tight you want to wrench that thing down, as to whether you need that with you or not, or a set of pliers. But this is going to be their aluminum here, which is very tough as far as scratch resistant, and it is one of the toughest materials you can get your hands on currently. This is going to be a standard button plunge lock with a flipper and thumb stud combination. So a fun and fidgety utility EDC style knife from O-Knife. Yet again, I suspect they'll eventually come up with a quick change system. It's only a matter of time. The claim to fame for this particular utility knife, though, is the amount of edge you get from it. You're almost getting 100% of that cutting edge. With a lot of utility knives, you're going to get under 50%. So not only do you get that extended edge, but you get a fun, fidgety, more modern utility knife with the U1 Ultra. Next, we have the Workos TD07 here. This bad boy is going to come in right around the $40 price point, but you can often find these with a 10 or even 20% off. Like right now, they have a 20% off that $40 price tag. So these are going to be a very affordable set of lights when we're talking about Workos. They have become my flat out favorite flashlight company. From their different lanterns and clip lights to their EDC and tactical lights, they have a little bit of everything, and they always keep the price very, very fair. And you'll find that a lot of these flashlights are made in the same building or on the same street. And when I can get very good quality for half the price of some of the competitors, I'm going to go with Workos every time. We do have a 2-lumen moonlight mode, very nice. 20 lumens on low, 240 on medium, 700 on high. And then this bad boy pushes out 1300 lumens on its turbo mode. We are looking at a 479 meter beam distance, IP68 for the waterproof and dust rating. And then this bad boy is going to be sporting a different pocket clip slash finger ring. And I have a couple of flashlights with this style, and they are ultra convenient if you ever find yourself in the position where you need a flashlight, but you need both hands available. You can kind of hold this thing behind your hand or what have you, and that'll clear it out, but you can still use it. It gives it a little bit of added ability, and you can use it as a striking implement if the worst comes to the worst. It also has a USB-C recharging port, and that is going to be waterproofed internally. We have a rubber gasket, and then we have a Workos branded rechargeable 18350 battery inside there, 1100 milliamp hours. So a tiny little battery, and I think, I'll pop it up if I'm wrong, I think you can replace that with a CR123A as well. But just a cool little tactical flashlight from Workos. Next, we have a pocket knife, and this one is coming in from CV Life, a company who has been known for manufacturing gun parts. They're taking a dive into the knife world with folders and fixed blades. This is going to be one of their first offerings. They have quite a few, actually, and this is the one I chose, the Damascus blade. I just wanted to scope it out. It's about 3.3 inches of that Damascus. We have studs and a rear flipper for the deployment. The detent is really solid on this knife. I'd love to know who is manufacturing this knife, if we would know. It has a deep carry clip, and it's going to be left and right hand friendly. We have a decent sharpening choil. You get a little bit of edge life out of that, and good access to that liner with some jimping, easy to get to and easy to disengage. This is a very flashy knife with the white textured G10. It would certainly get dirty. What's really cool, and I waited to spare this detail, that is going to be a VG10 Damascus core done 58 to 60, which is spot on for VG10. And the cherry on top is this knife is going to come in under $30. So they really put out a couple of cool options. The Damascus won't be for everyone, but it's going to be for even more people, knowing that it has a VG10 core. So you have a stainless steel core, and then probably some sort of tool steel or something to give it good edge retention. So ultimately, this should be tough. It should give you good edge retention, and VG10 is very corrosion resistant. So kind of have an all-in-one package here. At 30 bucks, in my opinion, that is a good deal for G10 deep carry clip that's reversible. The G10 is textured, seems to be of good quality, and we have a VG10 Damascus blade with multiple forms of deployment and a solid detent. Next up, we have one of my favorite gadgets to talk about. People who are familiar with the channel know this. I am a huge power bank fan, and Charge has come into my radar and really been a great addition to the power bank world. I used to hold Anchor in really high regards, and I still do somewhat, but Nitecore has surpassed them by 2, and Charge is up close behind Nitecore as far as quality goes and fit and finish of the products. This is the Charge 3-in-1 power bank. This thing is loaded with features. It comes with a really nice USB-C to USB-C cord, a quick charging cord. This is also going to have the ability to plug into the wall, which is unlike any battery bank I have ever had. So to charge this, you can plug it in. You can also use the USB cord to plug it into a brick or something and charge it up that way. There's 2 different USB-C ports, and the top part breaks off. That way you can have 2 USB-C ports and a power brick all in one. So that is where the 3-in-1 comes from, because you have a quick charge power brick, and then in the other hand have a 10,000 milliamp hour power bank. So this thing is really cool to keep with you, and everything snugs up in a nice little package. And that is an awesome piece of kit right there to have with you. The USB-C cord can be stored on the power bank. A nice little unit for under 50 bucks coming in from Charge. Next up, we have a fun little EDC flashlight coming in from Loop Gear. These are going to be right around $40, and it does have a little bit of aftermarket support. You can buy this additional clip holder here to turn this into more than just an EDC light. You can turn it into a clip light or just a flashlight that actually has a clip. You do have a rotating bezel here that goes all the way around 360 degrees. You can use it as a fidget, but its main priority is going to be changing the levels of your output. It has very good audible clicks and goes up to 400 lumens. You have a white and yellow LED in there. And then this has 11 games built into that mini pixel screen. Definitely one of the more fun EDC lights to come out this year. Next up, we have a new pocket organizer coming in from Roaring Fire Gear, one of my favorite companies when it comes to packs and pouches. This is called the Brigos. It's going to come in right around 25 bucks, and they have a couple different versions, and they're going to be made out of a couple of different materials depending on the one you choose, but they're all going to have YKK zippers. They're all going to have a place for a couple of REs there on the front and on the back. On the back of this, you do have 2 slots that you can put a flashlight or knife, what have you. And you have a front zipper compartment with those YKK zippers. Internally there, it is going to be a nylon, so your things won't get scratched. They'll be easy to see. Then you have a second zipper, which is going to open this guy up, and you have a ton of organization. On the main side, you have 4 smaller straps and 2 medium straps, and then a large pouch in the back. On the right hand side, we have 2 smaller pouches and then a zipper compartment with those YKK zippers. This thing could be loaded out to the gills, or you can put just the bare essentials in here. The great thing about pouches this size is they're easily able to fit in a front pocket, definitely a back pocket, and they make great organizers for inside of other kits and other backpacks just to keep certain things organized. And you can make mini kits with these varying pouches. If you're someone who has a multitude of different pouches, don't let them sit in a drawer. Fill them out as different kits, and then you can put them in a backpack or something, and that will keep everything very organized. That's what I do with my various go bags. I have a bunch of pouches in there, fire kits, water kits, medical kits, and so on, right? That way everything can stay organized. These are made for whatever your little heart desires. You can set it up for a shooting pouch, an EDC pouch, a bag pouch, whatever your little heart desires. You'll be able to do whatever you want with this, and it's going to have a good amount of ability with it, all the organization. And you got Roaring Fire Gear backing you up in this case. Easily my top 2 or 3 when it comes to pouches and backpacks. Let me know down in the comments, what was your favorite gadget from today's video? I always look forward to hearing from you down in the comments. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I truly appreciate it. If you want to continue to see daily EDC content, make sure you're subscribed and you ring that bell. I'd love to have you here. I'll pop up a couple of new videos. Go check one of them out. Have yourself an awesome day. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.